welcome to Mixed Messages. I'm Claire Ward, and we are here to cheers to the Golden State. We're celebrating all things California, including the cool ingredients found here, the rich culture, and of course the breweries, wineries, and distilleries that make the booze. And today, we're highlighting the most famous summer ingredient. Harry Styles, last summer came out with that song, Watermelon Sugar High. I never get tired of it. There's also a country music song from the 90s by Tracy Byrd called The Watermelon Crawl. If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl. Sorry, my country is showing. I'm gonna tuck that back away because we are in California. So today we're gonna feature watermelons, which is actually a huge crop here in California. You'll find really great ones at the farmer's market, but also at your local grocery store. It's one of those crops that you can get really good versions of almost anywhere as long as you know what you're looking for. So when you're looking for a watermelon, look for two things. There's gonna be a spot on watermelons, and what this is the ground spot, the ripening spot. This is the spot that was in contact with the ground. So if it's white, that means that it's usually underripe. But if it's yellow and it's nice and pretty, that means that it has had a nice amount of time to ripen on the vine, and it'll be nice and sweet and super juicy and flavorful and not too watery. And while Watermelon Sugar High was the song of the summer last year, the drink of this summer that we've seen popping up almost everywhere is definitely a spicy watermelon margarita. I've seen lots of variations of it at lots of different bars. So we're gonna teach you how to make a home one today. So first, let's get into how do we break this guy open. So we're gonna cut the end off, and then you're just gonna go around and cut along right till you see paint. You wanna get inside the rind, and you'll be able to feel it with your knife. So now we're just gonna cut it into some uniform chunks. And now we're gonna cut up some jalapeños because, of course, California, we like things a little bit spicy, and things can get a little bit spicy, both literally and figuratively, so we're gonna teach you the best way to incorporate jalapeños into your cocktails. You're gonna cut down a seam, and you always wanna make sure that you are removing the seeds. Those are the spicy parts, those are the part we can't regulate. There is some spiciness that's in the actual pepper, but the seeds are where it can get a little out of control. So for cocktails, we just wanna leave them out. Now, we're gonna make a cocktail. So muddling. The easiest way to muddle, you do want to muddle with a little bit of liquid in there. We're using an agave syrup. So much like our simple syrup and our honey syrup, this is a 1-to-1 mixture of agave nectar and water. We're gonna drop in 1 piece of jalapeno. I know all of you are gonna be like, well, we should do more. I always think it's best to start low because jalapenos actually are gonna vary pepper by pepper. Sometimes they're gonna be super spicy, sometimes they're not. So you can add more spice, but you can't take spice away. We're gonna drop in 2 to 3 to 4 if you're feeling crazy. I'm gonna do 3 pieces of watermelon. We're gonna take our muddler and we're just gonna give it a press. Now, let's add some other stuff. We're gonna add a 1/2 ounce of an aperitif. You can use Aperol or Campari. We're gonna do 1 ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. And then we're gonna add 1.5 ounce of tequila. I'm gonna use a blanco tequila. You can use a reposado tequila. You can use an añejo. And then secret ingredient. Well, not so secret because it's a thing that we use quite often, but people forget to put it in cocktails a lot of the time. But anytime you can incorporate salt, it's actually just gonna, just like in food, it's gonna punch those flavors up. So I'm gonna add a pinch of salt to this cocktail. And then we're gonna fill our shaker tin with ice and we're gonna give it a good shake. And we are gonna remember our shaking rules, which are shake hard with for about 3 to 5 seconds and shake with rhythm. Have a little fun with it. We're also gonna rim our glass with a little salt. Now the big test. The spiciness level. Let's give her a go. Looks like you're playing roulette, pepper roulette, jalapeno roulette. See, that's perfect. See, I like that because it's got a kick. The kick gets rounded out by how refreshing the watermelon is. It brings out the watermelon flavor without it being too sweet, but it's still got a little kick there. It's there. I know some of you are gonna want it, if you don't want to muddle another jalapeno in, you can drop one in, that'll help. You can add a dash of hot sauce. Hot sauce and watermelon's really good actually. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Mixed Messages. If you have any questions or comments about where to get watermelons, how to pick better watermelons, if you want any more watermelon recipes, please drop a comment below and subscribe to our channel, give us a like, do all the things that you know that you already need to do. Until then, cheers y'all.